according to a report in Bloomberg, Binance CEO CZ is out here in Abu Dhabi asking for funds for his crypto recovery effort, an attempt to backstop some of the projects that are rapidly melting down in the wakes of FTX's implosion. Now, CZ took to Twitter and replied in the mentions on one of the accounts that tweeted this story that was, quote, false. So we don't know what to make here. This is according to sources speaking to Bloomberg about what Binance and some key lieutenants were doing in the Middle East. It seems to be a matter of whether they were asking for funds or discussing global regulatory concerns, as is mentioned in the Bloomberg piece itself. So a little bit of interesting stuff here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We don't quite know if this is all the way baked, but really what it speaks to is the fact that CZ appears to be stepping up his role as the backstop of the FTX crypto contagion. Interesting to watch and interesting to see if they ultimately raise additional funds for this effort. I don't know, Will, what do you think? This definitely caused a stir out there on crypto Twitter this morning. Some spicy takes being thrown back and forth about CZ potentially getting some more money for this thing. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely my first thought actually went to the fact that so many people are insolvent right now and have been hiding behind non-communication about the fact that him going to this location and trying to procure funds made me a little worried. And I'm not trying to spread FUD or anything, but it's like everyone is naked right now, and the ocean has gone out, the tide has gone out, and we're seeing who's surviving. And the fact that Binance is going around talking to sovereign wealth funds and the like, asking for cash, it spooked me a little bit. And that, of course, is just, unsubstantiated, just kind of talking, nothing about Binance's books at all, but it did spook me a little bit. That being said, I did notice in the article that it was an undisclosed amount of money that they're trying to raise. I thought it was like $500 million from the first time he tweeted about this investment vehicle they were trying to make. I thought it was like $500 million to bail out the larger sector. And that would help out a lot of people right now. There's a lot of great projects out there that are just illiquid or insolvent. And, books are one thing, finances are one thing, but you can't have good tech and maybe you just got your treasury stuck in the wrong place. I think that's a lesson a lot of crypto entrepreneurs are learning right now is they had a treasury and it was denominated in crypto, right? You want to bet on your project. And so a lot of people were betting their treasury on whatever token they were using or on another project's token. And that didn't really work out for them because a lot of times these tokens go to down 98% and never come back. And then you're left with this awesome tech, but no way of funding it. So it would be great to see Binance or others like build up a treasury and be able to disperse it to other people in the ecosystem. But like you said, Zach, we don't know. Maybe this is all just facts, like rumors out there. Jen, I'll throw it over to you. Get your take.
Yeah, so I was also a little worried when I read the story, and then I thought about it a little more. And if this is in fact true, we don't know what part is allegedly false, according to CZ's tweet. I think it's another really strategic play for CZ and for Binance. So a Chainalysis report came out last year that said the Middle East and North Africa are the fastest growing crypto markets. And so Middle East and North Africa users have received $566 billion in crypto from July 2021 to June 2022, which is 48% more than they received the year before. And so I thought about this, CZ is out there. He's raising money for this fund. The Middle East has been really attempting to be this crypto and tech hub. And if they're able to figure out regulation over there and they're able to capitalize on this market that is growing faster than any other market when it comes to crypto right now, I think that is incredibly strategic. But then he went out there and said it was false. So Zach, I don't know what to believe. Wendy, what do you got?
So I saw this kind of play out a little bit earlier because I got up early this morning. And I think it's very interesting to note, we can't believe anything until it actually happens, especially when it comes to crypto, because we've seen so many people say X, but it actually means Y. But I think it's interesting that if this in fact is true, I think it's interesting that they're looking for support from really non-traditional crypto players that we talk about a lot. And I think if this does being true, or there is some truth to it, it's actually bullish and positive for the industry, because we started to see a lot of weeding out of very, very bad players, people who were not able to manage their finances properly, people who were very irresponsible with customer funds and with other businesses' funds. So if this does end up being true, I think it's a positive thing for the space moving forward.
I still want to have the debate about FDIC versus CZ, right? In the real world, there's governments to backstop this stuff, and in crypto, there's not. And what if that becomes CZ? That is the craziest thing, that we rely
The thing
on
is, when we're
this guy.
talking about
Safu fund.
Is
FDIC
CZ
insurance,
our government?
He's in.
but the thing is with
Mhm.
FDIC insurance is it's still an insurance claim. Like if you've been in a car accident, God forbid, but you know how hard it is to get that insurance claim paid out. There's all this bickering and fighting going back and forth. And if we do have a real bank run in the United States, then best believe you're not, just because we have FDIC insurance, nobody's getting anything back. I feel like FDIC is a really big scam, but just
All right, I'll refine my thing. It'll be like the government bailout of the banks following the 2008 financial crisis, but by CZ.